Greetings, ASA members. As we close 2018, let's look at Arizona teacher discipline data, some national teacher data on various issues, and we'll close the year with the gift that never stops giving, A through F. So, teacher discipline data. The investigations unit of the Department of Education studied 6 years of misconduct cases among educators from 2012 to 2018. Administrators, here are some interesting findings. 0.5% of Arizona educators overall were disciplined by the State Board of Education. Now that's really an extremely low rate. Of the 94,000 certified teachers in the state, 73,000 are women and 21,000 were men. Yet men comprised 61% of the discipline cases. As this chart shows, complaints fell into 5 categories. The most common category for discipline cases being, unfortunately, sexual offenses at 40%, followed by substance abuse at 24%. Now, substitute teachers make up the largest share of adjudicated cases of misconduct. So, when you are providing training for your teachers every year, consider that the largest percentage of cases involve substitute teachers. Are you training your substitute teachers? I want to remind you that ASA provides 3 trainings in the new year by Upslope on employee discipline. So 2018 was in many ways the year of the teacher in the news. So let's look at some interesting polling data about the teaching profession. These results come from a nationally representative survey conducted by the journal Education Next. The good news is that public support for increasing teacher salaries is at its highest level since 2008, especially in states where walkouts and strikes occurred. Yes. See the chart below. 2018 is in blue, 2017 is in orange, and you can clearly see the increasing support. Now, the bad news, and yes, there is a little bad news as well. People increasingly do not want their children to become teachers. See the orange line. That's no, I don't want my child to be a teacher. For the first time since the poll started in 1969, it's higher than the blue line. The first time people say, no, I don't want my child to be a teacher. Now, what about the teacher in politics? Nationally, 120 teachers ran for office, and 43 were elected. About 1/3 of them won their elections. Now, see this map of the U.S. In the blue-colored states, teachers were elected to political offices. In the gold-colored states, teachers ran but did not win. In the gray states, none of them even ran for office. So it's interesting to notice Arizona, of course, is one of those states that did elect teachers to public office. Now let's go on to look at the Janus case. Remember, this is the Supreme Court case that struck down the right of unions to collect fees for bargaining, even from non-members. In other words, they can basically require membership in many states. What is this Janus case doing to the membership in teachers' unions? Well, see this chart. This is the projection of NEA, the National Education Association, about what's happening to their membership. Basically, it's a steep plunge. And a plunge in membership is a plunge in resources available to fund elections and other political activities. Finally, what do our nation's teachers think about President Trump's proposal to arm them for school safety? Well, here's their answers. Favorable in green, unfavorable in orange. Over 60% of our teachers oppose being armed. Or as one principal put it when asked the question, I've got several teachers who regularly lose their keys. Do I want to hand them a Colt 45? All right, now let's move on finally to A through F. On Monday, the State Board discussed potential changes, sweeping changes to the high school formula and minor changes to the elementary formula. Now these changes are being triggered by the menu of assessments that's taking hold this year for high schools and next year for elementary schools. 3 options were offered by the Technical Advisory Committee to the State Board for the high schools. All of these options removed growth scores, leaving only proficiency. Some of the options added science and added the dropout rate. Now, the issue with growth concerns the menu of assessments, because when all schools have chosen ACT or SAT and only test a student once in 4 years, how can that student's growth be measured? So, ADE is developing a survey to be opened for a month starting this Friday to collect input on the 3 options. I sent out an email to all members last Friday, many of you saw it, with links to these options. This message contains those links, so you can review them again if you didn't see that. Also attached is a text of my remarks at the board meeting, contesting the high school options, because ASA adamantly opposes any moves to decrease or remove growth from A through F measures. The research is clear. Proficiency measures the income level of parents and neighborhoods. It does not measure school quality. Growth scores are a more accurate and equitable measure of school quality. Be sure to respond to the ADE survey on A through F. Yes, it will be open while schools are closed. But speak now or the new year may bring new measures of school quality or inequality. Ho, ho, ho. That's not a laughing matter.